So now that Anthony Joshua officially activated the rematch clause for the Usyk rematch, most people are wondering, they're asking the same question, and rightfully so. Can Anthony Joshua actually come back and reclaim what was once his, heavyweight supremacy? If you're gonna say no, based on the first fight, it is so understandable, and I can't agree with you. But, in my opinion, can Anthony Joshua come back and defeat Usyk, become the first man to beat Usyk as a professional? Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. So, there are two sides when it comes to this fight. First of all, let's talk about Anthony Joshua. Ever since he lost that Ruiz fight, he hasn't been the same. He hasn't went back to his old ways of being aggressive, taking risks. And I'll tell you why. It's not that he's still mentally damaged from that fight. I don't think so. But Anthony Joshua, when he lost that night at MSG, he saw a different side to the sport of boxing. He was undefeated, loved by millions around the world. He's a winner, and everybody loves a winner. But the moment he lost, look at all the British boxers and British media outlets and journalists. They all slated him. They all crucified him that he lost. Nobody gave him a chance to win the second fight. Which is why, coming into the Ruiz rematch, you had the feeling that he wasn't in love with the sport the way that he used to be. From his interviews, from the way that he was talking about Lennox Lewis, the fact that he's a clown. Just a different type of energy that Joshua brought in after losing that fight. And he's still gun shy. Not just because he doesn't want to get knocked out again, but he doesn't want to go through the public humiliation that the UK outlets and boxers were talking about him. But there's also another side to the story. Usyk. Now, Usyk looked absolutely phenomenal. He fought the fight of his life. I personally think that he lost versus Derek Chisora. But he definitely rose to the occasion. And all you can do is take your hat off and pay your respect. All respect in the world goes to Alexander Usyk. The man is destined for greatness. He was born to be great. And no one was beating him that night in Tottenham Stadium. But let's not forget, I actually recently saw, right before the Anthony Joshua fight, the Usyk and Joshua fight that happened a few weeks ago. A few days before that fight, I was watching a lot of amateur fights, Usyk's amateur fights. And funny enough, I stumbled upon his fight against Artur Beterbiev, the 175-pound monster. And he dropped Usyk. Not only did he drop Usyk, but he dropped him with a hook to the body. And Anthony Joshua tagged Usyk and he hurt him to the body in the mid-rounds. Now, do I think that the fight was close? Not necessarily. I gave, I believe, 9 rounds to 3 for Usyk. You can go 8-4, but either way, it was, for the most part, a one-sided victory for the side of Alexander Usyk. But coming into the second fight, he's going to be more confident. And Anthony Joshua, who knows, maybe he's going to be more sure of himself. That I know that when it's time to dig deep, when I lost in the Ruiz fight, in the rematch, I wanted it more than anyone. And he fought the performance of his life. Now, I don't think that was an impressive performance necessarily, because it was from the Joshua side. If any boxer would have had that performance in the second Ruiz fight, we would have all been like, who is this guy? Terrific boxer, phenomenal movement for his size. But we're used to seeing that ferocious, that tenacious Anthony Joshua. The one that went in an absolute dogfight with Dylan White. One of the best fights you'll ever see, for as long as it lasted. I mean, Joshua is special, make no mistake. You can't start boxing at 20 years old and become undisputed and save hundreds of millions of pounds and set your family for your life and provide your mom and dad and sister and brother with the life that you've always dreamt of giving them, which is so inspirational. And you gotta give all respect to Anthony Joshua. It's okay, he lost the fight. He can always come back.